Okay guys, I just thought I'd take a quick video of the 75. I believe I fixed the problem. What it was wrong is this right here was seeping air, so I took the nasty caulk off and I put a bunch of silicone around it. So it's good now. It's 100% silicone, so it should be fish safe. As you can see, there's my return. Right here, it's all glued except for this very last piece. So that way I can twist it. I'm not going to twist it because I probably just will fail and make a big mess instead. But that way I can twist it and adjust the flow for where I want it to go. So on this tank, I have my sump with trickle tower. I have my canister filter, my Marineland C220, my Marineland Penguin Bio Wheel 200. Without the bio wheel, there's no bio wheels, neither the hob filters. As you can see, no bio wheels, but extra activated carbon in there. In this down here, I have the Marineland right side double bonded filter pads, and then I also in this drawer have the Marineland polisher pads. And I have my biological media. It's just those pot scrubbies, the plastic ones. Don't use the copper or aluminum ones that could eventually corrode. So just be careful with that. So I'm using those because I didn't have any biological media, so I just was at the store where I picked this up, and I got some of those, and that should allow the bacteria to colonize on there because it is coarse. This is the 10-gallon sump. It's plenty big because, as you can see, that sets the water level right there, so it ain't gonna get no higher than that, and the water pump is going to keep pumping water in here and compensate for evaporation, so the water level in the sump might lower, but the one in the main tank will stay the same. So that's awesome, because that was my main problem with this thing, with having no lids on there, as the evaporation. So that should help with the evaporation. Just for the simple fact, I can just add water to the sump, and that will is where all the evaporation will come from, in the sense, because the tank will always stay at a constant level. But yeah, this is the return right here. This is that MaxiJet 1200 that I had laying around, I was using for the power head, as you can see. I mean, it does do a decent rate. It's probably doing about 200 gallons per hour, I would say. You can twist that nozzle, like I already said. You can twist it, so that's good. I didn't use my check valve. The check valve I got, I didn't like how it works. So what I did is I sucked out the air, and then once I was done sucking out the air, I just closed the valve. So that worked out fine. And here, I guess I'll simulate a power outage. As you can see, it's draining, and the pump is on right there. So you can see the pump is on. Okay, now we're going to come down here to underneath that mess underneath my bed. Let's hope this works. I only tested it once, and it worked the first time. We're going to let it finish draining. As you can see, the water pump return will suck in water until eventually it gets too much air in it. I'm going to tidy this up and neaten it up. I'm going to take this hose off of there, and I'm going to stick it underneath here, so that way it's flush with the tank. And it'll come out right down there instead of hanging off of it. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, it's filling up with water. And it's going to be filling up with water, and more water. And we're waiting, and now it is done. Okay, so it's done. As you can see, it is done overflowing. Now hopefully this works. I've only tested it out. This will be the second time I tested it out. First time it worked. Okay, gonna come down here, plug it back in. Sorry for the shakiness. And as you can see, that is returning. As you can see, it's full of water again. Return pump is pumping water back in. I'm trying to get a shot of the return pump right here, and then the overflow at the same time, so it's kind of an awkward shot. There you go. And it reprimed itself. Okay. Awesome. So, yep, it's just like an overflow. It's not like a siphon, because the siphon, once the siphon breaks, it will not restart itself. starts to overflow because it restarts itself. And what happens is, because I've never seen anybody explain it, what happens is this tube does not let the water out of the tank, okay? Because you suck all the air out of the tube right here, and then this tube right here, okay? And then what this tube has a hole in it for is to let the air come down, and then so that way, if the suction, obviously, it won't let it out. Like if you take your thumb, you suck it, and if you take a straw, you suck in the water, you put your thumb on the tip, and you can pick it up. They take your thumb off the water, it'll fall back out of the straw back into the cup. And what this does is, if I were to cover this hole, it would eventually just become so full of air that the only way to let the water escape would have to be letting in air from the bottom down there. You know how like a pop 2-liter bottle, when you pour it at first and there'll be a steady stream, then it'll start going bloop, 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 and it's sucking in air while it's pouring out the water to compensate. I hope you understand what I mean. Well, that's kind of what this is doing. And what this does is it holds the water in this tube no matter what. I know that doesn't really make sense because the water's flowing through it, but it won't. This right here doesn't let the siphon break, so that way this tube always has the water in it. And this air, since there's a hole in it, lets the air in, and it will drain out then through the bottom. So that way there's not suction that keeps it held up in the side of the tubes. This has a hole in it, and it allows it to drain. So yeah, it's just something simple. I had this was what 2 3-drawers. I put together 2 3-drawer plastic tower things, but I only have 5 in there, as you can see, because it was too tall. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you're sharing future videos, and yeah, adios.